Okay, we live.
Yeah,
So I
what
say
it
good
is.
night. Live.
Yeah, what it is. We back, man.
Yeah.
After a hiatus.
For 2 weeks. You know, life happens.
Sure. Go ahead, do the mantra while I roll up.
Okay. All right. The primordial trust. Through the power, force, might, and will of the great nothingness of Almighty. Wait, do this. Okay. Through the power, force, might, and will of the great nothingness of the Almighty powers of the great nothingness of Almighty flow. The great nothingness of infinite beingness, of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible light from which comes the absolute all that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into realization, actualization, and form. And we are now willing, commanded to be. It's now being and becoming an active force of higher consciousness and an active force of infinite intelligence within us all now. Being and becoming the great primordial dragon god son Kundalini flames. Now, whirling and ascending up our spines from our root chakra to our central heart chakra and on up to our royal crown chakra, igniting our royal crown chakra, illuminating our first eye, our Lord Amunel Dragra, our hidden priestly grandmaster Magi, Dragon God, Son, King, and Queen, igniting all of the 72 chakras in our first eye. Our 72 primordial Dragon God, Son, Kings, and Queens, and all of our legions of 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 armies 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 of armies. Now, being and becoming our own. Now, willing all of the forces, all the elements, all of the essences, and all of the powers, dark matter and dark energy, ruling the absolute all into being and becoming all of our will servants, serving all of our wills, objectives, intentions, and desires, crystallizing them all into realization, actualization, and form. As we are now willing, commanded to be. Now, being and becoming our own Grandmaster Mother, Dragon God, Son, Light Being, Mind, Ship, Merkaba. Now, opening up a supermassive black hole, folding out of this time space continuum, returning back to our original primordial beginning, returning back to our original primordial station and original primordial DNA blueprint before creation and humanity, and before the fall of our primordial soul, renewing our dark matter, dark energy souls, reabsorbing our original primordial essences, reigniting the divine spark back to its original primordial charge, recharging our infinite soul back with the great mother dragon goddess queen, being and becoming something brand new that's never been, being and becoming one with the absolute all that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into realization, actualization, and form as we are now willing commanded to be. Now, being and becoming now, bringing all out war, judgment, death, and total destruction upon the multi universe created by the lower multi-dimensional archonic demiurge angelic demonic energies that slayed our primordial souls before creation, using our primordial energy to create this light and energy extraction creation matrix, imprisoning our souls, keeping us ignorant to our true higher selves so we can feed off of our light through this wicked worldly system until now, because now's the time of their fall as our new higher primordial dark matter, dark energy self return back to creation from our primordial beginning, travel through a supermassive black hole in our grandmaster mother dragon god sunlight mind ship Merkaba, now ripping holes through this space-time continuum, circling all of the corners of the earth, awakening all of the holy, divine, infinite, magical, divine sparks at once, all now shedding their physical cocoons, being and becoming beings of dark matter, dark energy, emitting a new primordial light, now all ascending up into the Grand Master, Mother Dragon God, Sunlight Being, Mind Ship, Merkaba, along with the infinite soul of Mother Earth and all of her children, leaving an empty shell behind as we open up a supermassive black hole, folding out of this creation matrix as it is completely destroyed, as we're all now reunited back with the infinite all as one. Now, free to begin experiencing the divine love, being and becoming a new primordial universe where the earth is renewed into something brand new, beyond any description, as our souls are now free to become our own worlds as kings and queens exploring a new and never explored universe and multiverse in peace, love, harmony, and balance until this day of Brahma becomes the next night of Brahma. Through the power, force, might, and will of the great nothingness of the almighty powers of the great nothingness of almighty flow, the great nothingness of infinite beingness, of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible life from which comes the absolute all. All that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into realization, actualization, and form as we are now willing commanded to be. Abracadabra, Ashe. Crown chakra day libations. Ain, the nothingness, Ashe. Ain Sof, the infinite, Ashe. Ain Sof or, the infinite light, Ashe. Adam Kaplan, Atik Yaman, the ancient of ancient, the most ancient of days. Arik Yampin, the big face, the primordial Christ. Atzleth, emanations, our supernal holy universe, manifesting as our holy divine infinite magical names within us. Ashe. The great abyss of Gnosis, manifesting as our crown Zeramp, the small face, the indwelling Christ. Ashe. The small face. Ashe. Berea, form, creation, and paradise, manifesting in us as our holy, divine, infinite, magical, dark archangels and demons. Ashe. Yetzirah, formation, manifesting in us as our holy, divine, infinite, magical orders of dark angels and demons within us. Ashe. Ashia, the actual physical world in the making, manifesting as our holy, divine, infinite, magical, earthly kingdom within us. Ashe. Yeshida, the holy, divine, infinite, magical spark, the divine spark, manifesting as our holy, divine, infinite, magical will within us. Ashe. Heya, the holy, divine, infinite, magical life force, manifesting as our holy, divine, infinite, magical desire within us. Ashe. Neshama, our holy, divine, infinite, magical, heavenly soul, manifesting within us as our holy, divine, infinite, magical, heavenly thoughts within us. Ashe. Ruach, our holy, divine, infinite, magical soul, manifesting as our holy, divine, infinite, magical words spoken through us. Ashe. Nephish, our holy, divine, infinite, magical, earthly soul, manifesting into realization, actualization, and form as we are now willing commanded to be. Ashe. Kether, the supernal crown. Ashe. Hakma, wisdom, the supernal father. Ashe. Bana, understanding and intelligence, the supernal mother. Ashe. Da, the great abyss of gnosis. Ashe. Hased, mercy. Ashe. Gavora, judgment. Ashe. Tifrit, beauty. Ashe. Netzik, victory. Ashe. Had, glory. Ashe. Yasad, foundation. Ashe. Malkut, the kingdom. Ashe. The power, force, might, will of the great nothingness of the almighty powers of the great nothingness of almighty flow, the cosmic flower constantly blooming the absolute all into being. Ashe. And to the 9 elements of the dragon. Ashe. You there? Well, I guess it's home alone.
You didn't hear me because I had my thing on, but I was doing my ashes too.
Oh, I couldn't hear
Yeah,
you.
I had it on mute for a minute, so yeah.
Oh, well,
I was
that's
talking
why.
on the phone. I was talking on the phone, so I had to put it on mute so it wouldn't get into the
The broadcast.
broadcast.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, so what's the new developments, man?
The new development is they want you to think that everything's going to be okay. That we're going
I
to
think
have a
it is
solid.
gonna be okay.
Hmm?
I think everything is gonna be okay.
Well, eventually, but um, it's things have been set in place, like a mechanism that's once activated cannot be deactivated, but must run its course. Okay, those things have been set in place. Mechanisms have been set, and they will run their course. And then new mechanisms will be set. But we're coming into an age, a new cycle, a new age where um, you can have a changing of the guard. You can have everything's going to change. Pluto's going to be back in um, Aquarius next year for the 25 years, and you're going to see a lot of things are going to change. And either you're going to be one of the people that are making things happen, or you're going to be someone watching things happen. And hopefully, you're not one of the poor souls that's not aware that anything happened at all. But I think it's going to even be kind of hard to be that person because things are going to be changing so rapidly.
Right.
It's going to be mind-boggling.
Well, like I said, I think it's a celebration. I think all the desperation that's going to happen is a wake up call. I think it's all a wake up call because we've been on in the belly of the beast for so long that we've become adjusted to the beast and the vibration of the beast so much that we've become emotionally attached to it so that now when it's collapsed, we feel like it's part of our collapse too, and it's not. It's part of our
No,
rise.
no, no. It's about no. It well, yeah, it affects us, but we. It's up to us to determine our own destiny.
Well, we about to see how much strength we actually really have. We about to see the true colors of people. That's what
Well,
I
we should be
that's what
seeing
I
that now.
that's what I see that's really coming. Is people true colors are about to be revealed, and we're about to see who really got the strength within them.
Well, I think that's happening now. I know I faced I went through my tribulations, my trials and tribulations, and I came through. I mean, I manifested I needed to manifest to get me to the next level.
Right.
So, and I use my energy, you know, peace. I didn't bow down to nobody else's bullshit. I didn't give in. Oh Lord, please help me, and no shit like that. Nah, it was. I used my energy. I stood fast by that, and it works.
Right. That's another thing that's being challenged right now with our masculinity and shit. And whether you're gonna stand up as a man or you're gonna fold like a bitch. That's
Well,
and that's what I mean
no,
by the strength gonna be shown. True people's true colors are going to be shown. And
I
that's
think it's the
the
other
thing.
way around. I think I think it's the world that's not able to take our masculinity, and as we show our masculinity, it affects them.
That wasn't
And
that
that's
wasn't the other way around. That's the same thing. We saying the same thing.
okay. All
I'm
right.
saying
Yeah,
our masculinity is gonna turn up so much that it's gonna call they're referring to it as toxic now.
it
Everything
is
about
to
us
them.
everything about us is so overwhelming to them that they can't basically their esteem can't take it. Their self-esteem can't take it.
Well, that's because,
It's like an inferiority complex they have.
but see, what they're forgetting, we were sent down here to upset this place and to bring perfection into the non-perfection.
Right.
But actually we done that already. we shit, we did that thousands of years ago.
Right.
Now we're
I think
coming back.
majorly the biggest thing that is affecting our growth and our evolution is the fact that people are coming way more wiser and conscious now. And it takes layers of this. Right now, for example, language is being more people are being more cognizant of language and how it works and how we're caught up magically in certain connotative linguistics, right? For example,
Oh yes.
Everybody that uses the word God, they use it out of context. Because they don't know what that word means. They're thinking it's a supreme being. Or they think this is what it is. They're misinterpreting the concept of it being a supreme being as it being an anthropomorphized aspect of the cosmos, and that's a way to explain it on a whole nother level. But actually, God, literally, the etymology of God literally means pouring out. Every time we come on and do our show, we're God. We're God because we're pouring out. We're pouring libations. We're libation is when we give thanks to the ancestors, or we give thanks to the gods and the elementals.
Yeah, the ethers.
Right. So that's God.
Yeah.
Don't nobody use God in that context.
Nope.
That's God right there. So all of y'all are using God out of context.
They're using it as some personal ATM machine, some personal genie, some me, help me.
Right. Their personal hierarchy to deal with their fuck shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Something to help negate their negativity.
Right. It's a way to a placeholder for them not wanting to be accountable and responsible for their spiritual awakening.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You are accountable. They want to outsource that out to something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And pretend like they're obedient to it.
Why? Because they can't ever fathom themselves disciplining themselves enough, having self mastery enough to put themselves under commandments, live by a certain rules and commitments that you put yourself under, not from hierarchy.
Instead of praying to some God, they're supposed to be demanding the elements, the ethers. They're supposed to be, well, not demanding, but working with these.
Yeah, y'all working cohesive. Y'all work cohesively with each other.
Yeah.
It's a complementary relationship.
Yeah. By me remembering them, they live. And when they live, they can, I mean, well, it's an aspect of my higher energy. Our higher energy is God.
Exactly. It's an aspect of yourself. When you meet God, you're gonna meet yourself.
Yeah. You can't you can't meet God without knowing yourself.
Exactly. So that's why I like that show American Gods, where they expose the fact that the gods actually need us just as much as we supposedly need the gods.
Well, they showed you that in the Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, that they showed it in Clash of the Titans too. But they put more emphasis on it in the American Gods series. They really went in on the fact that it was Ishtar was in there. Ishtar, right? Which is the origins of Easter and where that culture came from out of. And
Ishtar is There's what is called the Ishtar command in the so-called um, Federation of Lights.
No, I never heard of that. Federation of
Yeah.
Lights.
I mean the Federation. What's that? The Federation.
The
Yeah,
Galactic
the
Federation.
Galactic Federation. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a thing called the Ishtar command.
You know what? I think the Galactic Federation is just some hoopla that they had to make up to build a bridge between us and this multi-galactic experience we about to have with all these other entities. That like today, I seen this dude. I don't know if he was deformed, his body was deformed in some type of way or
Hmm.
whatever, but he did not look like a human, bro. I'm not playing right now. I'm swear to God, he looked like something else. And I've seen a lot of these people before. That's all they walk amongst us,
Hmm.
but we don't pay no attention. We just look at them, or they're deformed, or maybe they may be aliens, motherfucker. Go watch that. Go watch that Men in Black cartoon. They expose the shit. Men in
Well, the
Black
movie.
itself exposed the shit, but the Men in Black
Hmm.
cartoon they go deeper.
Well, Men in Black. Who are they?
So they
Who
are.
are they?
They is that it's a fiction. It's a fictional organization in that world, whatever. But we know the truth. Even if anytime they come up with a fictional character, they had to have a template.
Hmm.
They have to have a template,
It's referencing, yeah, something that they're referencing it from.
right?
Yeah.
So they have some secret organization. There are a lot of the CIA was secret before they got exposed and shit. They was a secret organization. Nobody know about the CIA at first.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They were supposed to be not known. I think they did some dumb shit and exposed their organization, which was not supposed to be public. They're supposed
Maybe,
to be secret,
or
secret.
maybe they wanted to become something else, and in order for them to do that, they had to expose this and get everybody looking at this.
Well, the CIA is something else. It is not uh, de jure institution of the United States of America. It's not, nor is the IRS. They're not de jure. They are something else. They are morphed in something to something else. They are not. They are not constitutionally bound.
You think they're extraterrestrial in origin, or
What the
something?
CIA?
Yeah, or even
I don't think it's CIA. I think the CIA. I mean the aliens existence and their technology is the reason why they created a CIA. Because
okay.
they discovered that there are some type of beings out here that are not publicly exposed. Like I said, I seen some humans that they don't look like humans to me, but whatever. I'm not no conspiracy theory, so I don't want to go into that and thinking
From
because
what I
they've
understanding,
already the United States already disclosed alien existence already, so it ain't me.
okay, well, from what I understand, the energy that they've been able to use to keep themselves looking human, they're no longer able to sustain that energy no more because there's new energy coming in that's blocking that, and they're not going to be able to keep their shape. Which is why you see um, that Congressman McConnell, the one that looked like Granny,
Right.
that he just went blank. He was doing a conference.
Mm.
He was doing a speech, and he just went blank, and he was just standing there blank.
Mm.
And they had to come get him off the stage.
Okay, so you watch that new series or show or movie with Jamie Foxx, and it's all type of
Oh, what they
suspicion.
cloned
It's all type of
Tyrone?
suspicion surrounding that club because he's supposed to be a clone now, all that shit. I think it's all marketing. If you ask me, it's all marketing. It's all publicity stunts type shit. But you got to understand within that, there's all type of stuff intertwined in that. So you can't just
Hmm.
dismiss it as yay or nay. There's nuances. So this
Yeah.
new show that they got called Who Cloned Tyrone, right?
Yeah.
Go watch that shit, man, because even if it's so far fetched that what they're talking about is it kind of goes on the conspiracy theory type thing right now, right? But it's really interesting how they're writing scripts like this and exposing certain things that we was talking about in the 90s.
About the 90s. Yeah.
We was talking about in the 90s. Now they're writing movies based on what we was talking about. Now that's what got me. And then watch that movie because they talked about what you just talked about, how they've always had this frequency going, and that's why all the TVs had this frequency going. I forgot what they're saying, but it was some frequency that will block out it would inhibit your vision of seeing certain shit.
Yeah, like on the movie They Live.
Right.
They had a signal at that TV station, and when they blew it up, it blocked their signal, and then boom, there they were.
They talked about it in that Clone Tyrone movie that there was some type of frequency that they had going on that blocked our vision of certain shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. They discovered it and they be like, damn, what the fuck? Go watch that shit, man. It's good.
But also what really gets me is from Men in Black, that neuralizer. How a bunch of people can see an event take place and they're all there watching, and then they'll fly over or they'll neuralize their ass and then reprogram.
And they forgot everything that That's some that see they expose themselves in that respect because people got to realize this shit is real, bro.
Yeah.
Right? This shit is real. So they exposing themselves when they put out stuff like that. You know they got that.
Also real is our energy. See, our energy is attacking them. Our energy is coming down here as aliens or some type of phenomenon that they don't have no answer to, and it's fucking them up.
The way that they inhibit us is to make us adopt their ways. Once we adopt their ways, it's like an inhibitor chip to our superpowers now, and they know this.
Yeah, it cancel out.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is why it's crazy how so many of our people, even a lot of our people who so-called conscious, they are perpetuating the matrix. Especially the one that try to say they conscious. How are we continue to perpetuate the matrix? We continue to engage. Right? We continue to we're not protesting it. We're not being outward aware of it. Like we are totally
we're perpetuating it.
Most of us are not doing the rituals. Like some of us, I do rituals to bring this motherfucker down, right?
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, the mass majority of us are complacent within this shit. Like to me for the most part, I see like most of our people are they looking at it like I don't want to see this system fall. I don't want this system to fall.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So they've totally made us taken off our energetic path that we're supposed to be on. Totally, as a people.
You can't blame them. I would be scared if I was them. I'd be scared of us.
If they didn't do that, it'd be like something that is unfathomable for them. It's unfathomable.
Yeah, we would already be under an alien invasion, but it
why you think? Look, this is crazy because everybody look at the Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street situation, right?
Yeah,
and never thought to themselves, okay, damn, it was that serious that they had to bomb it.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. Yeah, I could see that.
But no, I see it too. We both see it, but no one is looking at it like that. Like, damn, they went so far as to bomb the place.
Shit, I experienced it. Shit, soon as I was in the financial business for 10 years. I was mediocre. And then once I got it and started making money, a lot of money in the business for my clients and myself, I didn't last long after that.
Yeah, I've heard those stories. I've experienced that myself when I was first coming up, and I was doing a lot of different jobs and shit. I was trying to figure out what type of job I was going to do early on coming up and shit. One of the
Hmm.
jobs I got a hookup on a job because I work with the conservation corps, and I end up becoming like a high ranking person in the conservation corps. So that ended up giving me another internship with Caltrans.
Hmm.
And I tried to get the job so good that I was working hard as a motherfucker. Guess what them veteran cats that been there for years and years told me? He said
What?
they said slow down, man. You making us look bad.
Uh,
Right. They didn't want that because my that new energy is basically overwhelming. It's threatening to them.
yeah, that was scary. That's scary to them.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you're that energy, when you're that new person coming in, you bring in a whole new energy that goes against everything that they've been taught. It's a whole different philosophy that's able to get the same job done, but it's completely different from what they're using.
Well, I agree with everything Rashomir is saying in this statement, except its own citizens. We were never United States citizens. Prove it. Prove that so-called black people are United States citizens. Prove it. Can you prove it?
You can't.
Huh?
I can't prove it.
Most people who are going to try to prove it, because I know I've done the research heavy. They're going to say the 14th Amendment, 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment. No, all those amendments were unconstitutional. Go study
Hmm.
it. So no, that did not bring us into. Because first of all, if we was truly citizens, they would not have to amend the Constitution to recognize our citizenship. That you don't have to amend the Constitution to recognize your own citizens. Stop it.
Hmm.
So that's the only thing I disagree with this statement. The first bombing in the United States against its own citizens. It was the first bombing in the so-called United States, but we are not citizens. That's one of the biggest lies that keep us perpetuating. That's one of the biggest lies that keep us perpetuating our demise, our working against our own best interests. Because we
Keeping
are
it
under the
trapped.
illusion of inclusion. We are all under the illusion of inclusion, bro. Period.
We're entrapping ourselves within the system.
Right. And the cold thing about it is we don't need it. It needs us.
Exactly. It's an energy extraction matrix, and it has to extract our energy in order for it to survive. It needs
Right. And the
our
way
energy.
that it does this is it makes us complacent based on our ignorance of who we really are.
And it
Right.
make us believe
When
that we need
look,
it.
the cold thing about it is we don't even grasp that so-called black people the only ones got a whole month dedicated to their history. I mean, why is nobody even considering that? Like, then we think it's a good thing. Oh yeah, they're recognizing our history. No, they're not. They're
Mm-mm.
minimizing your history.
Mm-hmm.
They're minimizing it. They're making it. They're controlling your history.
And it's a ritual they do every year,
Right.
and we
All they gotta
participate.
do is get us to engage and participate in their rituals
Yep.
wholeheartedly. We like every fucking thing about America. Black people out America's everybody. So-called black people out America everybody. Next, go stop
we,
it,
yeah, I know we out church them, we
man.
out
Let's
vote
stop it,
them, we
bro.
out work.
Right. And it's you realize, and when you think about it, you like, damn. You think about it, when you think about it, it's literally based in a slave mentality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because the master, United States of America, can do no wrong to these Negroes. As a matter of fact, when you start talking bad about his master, it's like they start getting uppity. They're like, oh nigga, oh no, nigga, don't talk about my master like that. I swear to God, these niggas are still in an inferiority complex, right? These niggas are still in an inferiority complex, but they are the most superior motherfuckers here. This shit crazy.
Yeah.
All these look. Let me tell you. Let me go further with that. All of these motherfuckers claiming that this is their land over here. We the only ones, the copper skin ones. We the only ones have the actual legal claim to it. None of these other motherfuckers can't have it.
You put
This
a
is
penny
why.
next.
Look, this is why. Look, we got this shit. Look, the Moors themselves have got this shit in an uproar because of what we bring to the table. Now everybody hates Moors now. All of a sudden, you get it? You see it? Everybody hate, and why? Because of certain information that we brought to the table. That most of y'all are emotionally attached to another type of information that's contrary to what we're saying. But what the Moors is saying is no. That's a diversity of everything who we are. You can't take the good and then don't want to take the bad.
No, you gotta take it all. I mean, that's the only way you're gonna know what's
But
what.
our community is full of romanticized,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Vanity.
romanticized feel good ass consciousness.
Oh yeah, feel good conscious.
Romanticized feel good consciousness. That's all we got.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. They want to just be in bliss.
No real critical and investigative thinking, regardless if it feels good or hurts or nigga, it might hurt. When you really doing real good research and it's not comfortable, motherfucker. Why are y'all so comfortable saying you're conscious? Stop it.
I mean, you got a good point there. I mean,
All they focus on is, oh, we are all king and going. That's all romanticism, man. Get the fuck out of here with that.
mm-hmm.
Oh, back like people are arguing. Well, back to Africa. Look. All of the divide that we have in our community
Mm-hmm.
is nothing more than somebody outside of our community controlling us.
Mm-hmm.
Every divide, every issue we have when we're dividing with each other and we don't debate, it's not us.
Somebody else.
It's somebody else outside our communities influencing us to make us
Like
argue with each other.
CIA, FBI.
COINTELPRO, goddamn social engineering.
Mm-hmm. I heard this chick called the Conjuring Queen. She dropped a bomb. She said a lot of these. You notice, like you see a lot of these new uh, YouTubers. Part of the conscious movement just came out of nowhere, and they have all these viewers and money and everything, and they just came out of nowhere, and now they blow up real big. But she said what it is. A lot of people get busted for all kind of shit and get ready to go to prison, and they give them an offer. They say, you know what? If you do this, you won't have to go to prison. Just get you a YouTube show, and we want you to promote this. We want you to promote that, and if you do it, everything be okay.
Uh, I think that may be possible, right? There's a lot of suspect
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers in the so-called conscious community. Suspect as fuck. I'm like
Yeah.
suspect, like, and I'm not. Me personally, I'm not into. To me, I feel like people who listen to these people religiously, they're not victims. No, listen to me. These charlatans in our community who are fleecing the people, who are causing confusion, right? The people are not victims of these people. So that's another argument that goes around. Oh, you're fleecing the people, you're robbing the people, and all that. No, these people allow themselves to be fucking influenced to the point where they gave this motherfuckers money. They got pimped.
And there's some people like being pimped.
No, I'm saying that if you don't want to be pimped, do some more research before you just fall into licking somebody's ass all the goddamn time. You ain't did now research, but this motherfucker, he's supposed to be the one now, huh? Fuck out of here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody is responsible for their own due diligence, man. But that's what people look at these litters as. Oh, he did the research, so I don't have to do the research. Yes, you fucking do.
Yeah.
Retarded motherfuckers. No, seriously, bro. That's what you got in this community, a gang of motherfucking followers. Right? When you got melanin, you are born supposed to be a leader. That's the nature of your leadership, not followers.
Yeah,
you're not a follower, you're a leader. You're supposed to strive to follow. You're supposed to strive to fucking lead, motherfucker, not follow.
Well, that's because we're creators. We can create something new and implement it and be light years ahead of everyone else and have everyone else coming over trying to do our shit. That's what we're supposed to do.
For the whole, like, these motherfuckers are new booties on the planet, man. Stop it. We've been doing this. We've been doing this shit for hundreds of thousands of years. Stop it, man. So I get it. Of course, we've been doing this shit, innovating the fucking whole planet, bringing technology to the whole fucking world. After doing that for hundreds of thousands of years, I can understand why we fell and went crazy and fell from our nature. You feel me? And how returning to that nature, the journey of returning back to our nature, which when you look at it, it's like, damn, this shit seems so fucking impossible, far-fetched, but we're the gods, so that doesn't play. That doesn't come into play.
Well, actually, we're
beyond God. Let me rephrase that. We're the beyond gods.
Yeah, but see, we're in the cocoon, so at some point, we're supposed to come out of the cocoon, not as something that we was a long time ago, but something that we never been before, something new.
Of course, you're right. I mean, this kind of explains how it's unfathomable. No one can explain what's going to happen. Like at the end of the day, they know the end of the world.
No one can. Only thing you can do is
what's going to come about it. What's going to come about though?
The only thing you can do is just be a part of it, participate.
Well, the thing about it is, we're being introduced to a whole nother form of energy that we've never been introduced to, because we don't understand how we're energy orientated beings. Our whole existence, our old existence is facilitated by energy, bro.
Yeah, we're being reintroduced to energy that we haven't been in. We haven't.
But why I say it's a whole new form of energy is because we become a whole nother thinking something else, and our experience of that energy in the ancient world is not going to be the same experience of the energy that we're coming into right now. So that's what changes it. That's what makes something new under the sun, is when we observe it from a whole nother different lens, right? That's evolved. That's a whole nother vibration of observation and cognizance, right? Like you said, when we were talking earlier, like most people are vibrating below the heart chakra. Their vibration is really in between the root and the heart chakra. That's where their vibration is going, right? Even if their vibration goes beyond the heart chakra, right? that energy goes beyond the heart chakra, they're still carrying the baggage of the lower self energies and shit. This is what that whole thing about the ritual of the feather of Ma'at, wearing your heart with the feather and shit. That's what they're talking about. It's energy. It's energy based. Meaning,
yeah, but in this case,
what have all this time you've been here? What have you put weight on? It's like a weight that's put on your heart, right?
like
Whenever
he just,
you attach yourself emotionally to certain aspects of this world, it's like a weight on your heart. You attach yourself to it, and it weighs on your heart. So this is the concept of it. You got to let all of this bullshit go emotionally. Mentally, you got to recognize it as an energy that disperses in a whole nother vibration. It's energy that
you got to be like Mercury. You got to be like Mercury. You got to be formless, shapeless. You take shape and form at strategic time to get shit done. But when it comes,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
But when it comes to just being a part of the world, you want to be like Mercury. You know, so you're not solid. You're not you don't just manifest into a solid piece of thing and become rigid and end up breaking.
Right, because
stay fluid.
Mercury basically is in between states of matter. It's in between these two different states, right? A liquid state,
it's a fluid,
and a solid state.
Yeah, at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. And then, but
you want to take it a step further and not have none of those different aspects of matter you're being bounded by. You're not bounded by. You're basically fluent in your comprehension of reality around you, because it starts with, are you in a cognitive state to where you recognize what's going on, and not the other way where you're oblivious to what's going on and you're affected by the energies. Now you affect the energies by knowing, right? You affect the energy. The energy affects you when you don't know.
Well, first of all, people think that this is permanent, okay? But we're just passing through. We're just travelers passing through. But somehow these people, like, okay, what happened to us when we first came down here? We were supposed to not get stuck here, but somehow we ended up getting stuck here. We fell into a lower vibration, and now we're part of this matrix.
Well, that again is a part of your mental, emotional development, bro. Because like I just said, you bring relevancy to matter. You bring relevancy. You bring solidification to matter. We bring solidification and significance to that world through our lack of understanding of what we're experiencing. When you don't understand that you're experiencing an elaborate illusion that you're generating, then you're going to approach it from an insecure place.
And you're going to get trapped into the illusion. You're going to get pulled into it, and you're going to think that.
I hear you. Go ahead. What happened?
Yeah, my screen just went. Okay, my screen just went black. Everything just went black.
I still see you though. I still see you though. Go.
You still see me? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, you get stuck here.
You know how when your screen go black when you ain't moved it a lot? It probably just went black because of that. Just move the mouse.
There's some new shit that just started happening.
Right. Like I said, my technology acting weird too. So what was you saying though before you forget your thought?
Damn. Well, oh shit.
Forgot your thought. Okay.
Okay, now I'm back. Okay. When I well, damn, I can't remember.
That's fine. But
Mm,
we have to be influencers of the world around us and stop letting the world influence us. You have to become an influencer of the
yeah,
world. And I don't mean the internet influencer. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about you are allowing your self, your essence to be influenced by this world, in opposed to allowing your essence to influence the world. How? What are we talking about? We're talking about how you're distributing your energy and that you're taking in energy. How you distribute energy and how you take it in, right? A lot of people distribute their energy and taking in energy dysfunctionally. Meaning, okay, so how do you take in and distribute energy functionally in a manner that's magically in your interest, right? Breathing. Breathing techniques. Also, you have to take more control over your mind and stop thinking of yourself from an inferior state. You got to stop thinking of yourself as inferior when you are the superior. I know that's a fight in itself. I get it. It's a fight to fight within yourself to fight the self to thinking of yourself as inferior. That's a good thing. You're supposed to be fighting yourself within. All that fight does is build you up. It's called the inner jihad. It makes you better. If you succumb to it, meaning you allow the trauma of it and you get caught up in the emotions of it, and you get like most people who are sensitive and allow the energy to influence you to the point where you go into the sunken place. Sunken place is what they call it. That's when
they
that's
forget.
when
Yeah, well, like you said, they 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 think this shit is real. They think that
the only thing that is
this
real, the only thing
world is real.
the
They
only
don't.
thing
They
that's
think
you're right.
that they're born into this world.
Right. The thing you said they think this is real, and you're right. But the only thing that actually is real is your essence. The essence of yourself. That's the only thing that's real. Even your physical body, that's
Well,
not real.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, of course. It's
This is
a
why look, most of the time I don't mean to cut you off, but
it's
a lot of times when
yeah,
people use the word
it's
real to
a
me, when people use the word real to me, and I don't mean to cut you off, but when people use the word real to me, I ask them to explain what's real to me. What's real? Because if you want to use that word all loosey goosey, explain what it is.
yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, they can't explain it. They just using it because it sounds good in the conversation at the moment. What is reality then? What's real? What's real? What's reality?
Especially that term, keeping it real.
Right, keeping it real.
They don't know.
And most people who
They
saying
don't
keep
know
it real,
what
you
real,
fake as
true
fuck.
reality.
Right. People who say that is fake as fuck. You don't trust my you fake as fuck. Because
That's why they have
like,
to say that. They have to.
The act of solidification is not nothing that you can do. You just are that. This is the vibration you're choosing to engage in. So solidification is the perception of the frequency that you agreed to engage in at the time. You hear
See,
how
we
I
came
explained it,
down
right?
here not to be manipulated. We came down here not to be manipulated by this matter, but to learn how to manipulate this matter. But in the beginning,
Right,
the
but
matter manipulates us. and then
Right, you're right. But the thing about it
we
is, we've been
discover
doing
who we,
this.
and then once
We've
you
been
discover that, we learn that we're here to manipulate this.
the solar flares are a medium to this frequency that's coming in. Right, it's a medium to the frequency.
Well, it's bringing
If
the
you
information. Yeah,
if
it's
you would
bringing the
register, like,
information down there.
imagine looking at the solar frequencies on a vibrational level, and what in vibrations are being introduced, that we're being introduced with the solar flares.
But that's what's fucking up the technology right now. Because when this morning, when I woke up, I didn't have no internet, no lights, nothing. Fucking internet would barely work on my phone. And I've been watching all kind of videos showing how fucking active the sun is right now. And I'm seeing that shit. That guy from the Planet X video, dude, he's putting all kind of shit out there right now. I mean, you're
Right, but the
seeing
thing
these
about
big
it
ass
is,
spears next to the sun pulling plasma.
look, all of these people who are observing this stuff going on right now, I would it would be
Mhm.
more it would be more intriguing to hear from them speaking from this developed understanding of what's actually going on here. Most people are speaking from it from what we just explained is the mistake, is the flaw, which is you look at this stuff as real. You're not looking at it and interpreting the and uh, uh, um, uh, decoding what's going on in a sense of what is what is being explained to me, right? What is being explained to me on a higher level? Because everything that's look for let me put it like this: the physical world is an intelligence, right? Or it's a result of an
Mhm.
intelligence, right? This intelligence is expressing
Mhm.
itself through what we call physical reality. Mind you, that intelligence is part of who we are. That's when I'm saying intelligence, that's part of our intelligence. We are that intelligence to an extent, are we connected to that intelligence, right? And
Okay, so how
the,
do you apply this? How can you apply this to get results done?
how could you apply what?
This intelligence. See, now it's
Well,
about
you apply it. You
applying.
apply it every day, but you say, how could you apply it to get results? You
Yes.
apply it every day. We're using it every
Okay.
day. Mind over matter. This whole reality
Yeah.
is being
We're
created
supposed to
in
be
our mind,
using this.
not individually. See, the thing about it is, when I'm talking, people thinking I'm speaking individually. No, we're collectively creating this. We are collectively creating this. So when you're saying how can we apply it effectively, is the rituals, recognizing that we are doing this, we are creating this reality. Once you recognize that from that perspective, and if that's a superior position now you're going to
Yeah,
approach it from a whole nother different angle. Now the energy changes. Now it's
absolutely.
just like when you said somebody comes to the job that's new, that's a whole nother energy. When you change your mind and change it, you flipped it to a whole nother energy. You not coming with the same energy that you was on prior to that. It's a whole nother energy now. This world that we're coming into recognize that energy. It doesn't recognize that energy that you're coming out of. It doesn't recognize it. It's not compliant.
Mhm. Yeah,
This new
that
energy we're going
energy.
in, it's compliant to this. Go ahead, brother.
Mm, if for some reason you would just you cut off, but shit,
I think that's just
it's
on your end,
about
but it's
using
coming
this
in clear
reality
already.
like, yes, Now it's about what we're able to do now is to shape this reality like it was clay.
Right.
Now we,
I
with the energy that's
I
coming
even go
down
further.
from the
We
sun.
already have. No, I even go further. We already have been shaping it out of clay. This is why it is right how it is right now. But we've been doing it from the inferior position, not the superior position.
Right. Okay. Now it's about learning how to do it from a superior position. It's yeah, like you said, unlearning unlearning what we've. They have to unlearn what they learned. Well, we all have to do that constantly.
Right. It's deprogram, reprogram to the program. Re,
Hmm.
depro, deprogram, reprogram, program.
Because
Because
melanin is
you are supposed to
constantly
be
changing.
yeah, you are supposed to be your ultimate programmer. You either the programmer
Hmm.
or you the program. Are you the programmable?
Yeah, yeah.
There is no in
You are either the
between.
programmer, or you can be both, the programmer and the program.
Well, the thing
We're
about
kind
it
of
is
both.
that the thing about it is since you are program, hold up.
So that Mike Tyson.
Ah, since you are the programmer, right?
Yeah.
You're going to incorporate parts of who you are in the programming because the whole the whole program or what you calling the
When you say
I
parts of
look
who
at
we
it I
are,
look at
what
it like
part you
this.
talking about?
I look at it like this, right? It's
Yeah.
like a pantheon of gods, right? It's a pantheon of gods, right? You
Hmm.
are every god in the pantheon,
Yeah.
right?
They represent every chakra in our body.
Right. You are every god in the pantheon. Put it like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we have hundreds and thousands of chakras inside of us, and each one of those chakras represent one of those gods.
Yes. So that's the position. This is why this show is important. Now I feel it's important because no one's talking about this. Everyone is so intellectually ejaculating. They're so busy trying to make themselves appear to be the one and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just at this point, it's like, when are we gonna actually tell the people the truth then? Let's tell them the truth. Right? Because of
Yeah.
course
We're
they may
all
can't it may can't handle it.
participants.
The energy that we're going into is going to you
Hmm.
have to be groomed. You have to your energy going to have to be groomed to handle the energy. Or like you said, it's gonna take this new energy. It's gonna disperse itself into that energy. You're gonna go back into nothingness,
Yeah.
which, which may
Yeah.
not be too bad either. I mean, I wouldn't look at it as good or bad. If you go into the nothingness, that energy is going
You
to
going back into the three primers. You
uh,
get to redo yourself
yeah, the nothingness is not a
again.
bad thing. I don't like I said, the
You get to
nothingness is not a
redo
bad
yourself
thing.
again.
It's like a redo. You know what I'm saying? Recreate the universe in your own image.
No, it's a good thing. It's a it's a Genesis pit laboratory. It's a womb.
Right. That's
And
what
in
was it
that womb
called? What was
you
it called? What
can
was it called in
recreate yourself.
Thanos? What was it called in the Marvel comic world? What was Thanos? What was Thanos looking for the whole time?
Oh, the Infinity Stones.
But the Infinity, he was looking for he found the Infinity Stone. But what
He
was
was looking for those
his whole
stones.
mission was based around? No, what was his whole mission based around? Because the Infinity Stone was just a means to an end.
His whole was to end the
Right. But he was
universe.
looking for something in the universe too, though.
Mm. Well, all I know, he had a hell of a. He was hell of in love with death.
Right. And the thing
He was
about it
trying to.
is,
He was, from what I understand, he was doing everything to try. He
the
was trying
thing
to please
about it
death.
is, the character Thanos in that movie was meant to demonize the wisdom of the ancient world.
In what aspect?
Listen to what he was saying. That's all I'm gonna say. Listen to what Thanos was saying. Because
Okay.
everything Thanos said was like, damn, if you are aware or you're a Gnostic, if you are a
Hmm.
Gnostic and you was listening to Thanos, he was the only one on point
Hmm.
in the whole movie.
Oh, well, him and the black elves, the dark elves in Thor. But Thanos was saying, "Shit, I'm bringing you mercy."
Right,
Don't look
because
at it as punishment. This is mercy.
let's look at it for what it really is. He knew that humanity was being ruled over by a Thalabroth, and the only way to undo it is to undo it. Like, for example, Jesus didn't save your ass. You know, in the scripture, they talked about how Jesus stopped his father from destroying humanity. So we look at Jesus as the
Hmm.
savior now, right? He saved us. He saved humanity. No, he kept you in a goddamn trap, stupid. When God was going to redo humanity again,
Now, if he,
if God was supposed to be redoing humanity, right? Why did he interfere with that?
yeah,
Why did he stop him and say, no, don't do that? And then how did he play on him? He said,
in order for,
because there are some good amongst them. I forgot. I'm verbatim, right?
yeah,
He said there is
yeah,
something down there. Oh, think about it. Jesus was trying to reserve something in humanity that was going to come online later on. Whoo! Y'all ain't
okay,
getting this. Y'all not getting this right now. Jesus was trying to
oh,
reserve shit.
yeah,
This is why he's supposed to
we
come
know,
back, right?
yeah,
Right. We know the Gnostic understanding of Jesus is that is when your pineal glands comes online and you're secreting the oil, the Christian oil, and all that. You know, all I know that, but there are
yeah,
there are multi-layer meanings to all of this shit, man. There are double, triple,
yeah.
and
But
quadruple
see, once
entendres.
you,
Listen to what I'm saying. There are double, triple, and quadruple
okay, now
entendres.
once you've done this, okay, now once you've done this process, you, it's like when I said, it's like a mechanism. Once activated, it cannot be deactivated. It must run its course.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what you say that to say what?
Once you activate it, that once you've done this process, it brings something. All of a sudden, it doesn't stop there. It continues on. It continues on, and
Well,
next thing you know, it's
what are you referring to
responsible
though?
for
You're losing me because what are you referring to?
the Christ consciousness. When you open up the pineal gland, you
Okay, yeah, okay,
secrete
okay, yeah.
that ambrosia. Okay, so now you're setting into motion events that are going to take place, or well, you just set in motion of that of what Christ was trying to preserve, or what Jesus was trying to preserve humanity for. Now you
Mm.
become a part of the process of that event taking place.
See that's a genius deduction on your part, because I was just going through my understanding of the scripture and looking at it gnostically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just
Mm-hmm.
said it has to be that Jesus was preserving something, right? Saving
Mm-hmm.
humanity, right?
Yeah.
We got to understand
Yeah.
that Jesus represents some higher higher vibrational, hyperdimensional being that really, let's think about it. Let's think about this, right? These higher hyperdimensional beings, right? They may have some compassion for humanity, but the bottom line is they need humanity's energy.
They need humanity. What?
They need humanity's energy. It's something inside of humanity that all of these gods thirst after.
Mm-hmm.
They thirst after.
Hmm.
That's that's
So
like
it's
a
sort of
delicacy.
us against them.
It's like a delicacy to their ass, man. So
Yeah.
I'm just making a theory. I mean, a theory about what could have been the motivation for Jesus to save humanity. It's the theory, and I'm looking at it gnostically, because humanity is not. If you're looking at it gnostically, humanity is not nothing that we should be embracing, man. Stop it. Why we embrace humanity so wholeheartedly, like it's something?
What humanity? Humanity is just a slave race. It's humanity is slavery.
It's exact. That's all it is. That's all the fuck it is. It's all it is. What
Yeah.
else is it? What else is
It's
humanity?
slavery.
No. Let's just get deep, right? Because a lot of people said, like, in all of these, there's a recurring thing in all of these damn superhero, and they always talk about, because they're the villain on. They're the villain that they always have the discussion with. That the villain is intended to destroy all of humanity, right? And they have the discussion of the
Mm-hmm.
purpose of humanity. What's the purpose of humanity? Well, the hero always said there's something in humanity. Woo! They always say
Mm.
that shit. They always say that shit. You don't notice that?
And what is that? Yes.
Something they harvesting. Something that
Yeah,
they're
they do talk
harvesting,
about the
bro.
harvest.
Woo!
Yeah.
And then look. You can even go into the mysticism of Islam, right? Where they talk about the potency of God is in humanity. You didn't hear me.
The
You
potency of
didn't just
God
hear
is
me just
humanity.
now. Listen to me. Literally, it said the potency of Allah is humanity. Is in humanity. The potency. What is
Oh, the
potency?
potency of God.
What is
The
potency? The power.
potential
The
power.
power. I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Potency means power, bro. Y'all ain't getting it.
Oh yeah, but him and it kind of
Yeah, him broke it
explained
down.
that.
Yeah, him broke it all
Mm-hmm.
down. I was just reiterating. You know what I'm saying? Him broke all that down. I'm
Yeah.
just reiterating.
Me, I've
But
been experiencing this shit, man. Getting things done.
right.
You see, right now we supposed to put this shit into motion in our lives to
But it's only
help
so much you
us
can do by yourself. The
overcome
thing
the.
about it, bro, let me tell you what a lot of our fucking fall law is, right? You can only do so much by yourself, man. I'm gonna just be real. I don't care how much
The
ritual you
see
do.
the
Let me
well,
finish.
yeah,
Let me finish. Let me finish.
yeah,
Let me
we
finish. Let me
know
finish.
that.
Let me finish. Let me finish. It's only so much. It's only
Okay.
so much you can do in your rituals. It's only so much. Now, if we
Yeah.
decide to work cohesively, and look, I used to set up massive meditations, bro. Synchronized massive
Well, that's.
meditation. Let me finish. Let me finish. I
Mm-hmm.
used to set these things up on Facebook a lot of times, right? And guess what?
Mm-hmm.
After I set up one, I don't know if I discovered it. It came up when I just discovered it after I've already discovered, or they took my idea and took it on a national level, bro. And guess what? Their agenda is somewhat it's some old spooky ass religious institutional crap that they're intending to do with that energy. We
Which is.
we can actually make that energy work in a way that's actually going to affect our evolution to the next level. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, they had a worldwide synchronized meditation, and guess what? They had a bigger budget than me. They had more people involved in everything than me. So, and theirs was very much of a success because that day they had their worldwide synchronized meditation. There were thousands participating.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So this is what I
And
propose, bro. I've been doing this for so many years. We can do a synchronized ritual,
well, that girl, the Conjuring Queen, just did that shit on the last full moon.
but it wasn't
It
synchronized with
was
other
on
people.
that. Huh? Yes, she. The Conjuring Queen. Man, let me show you this chick.
But it wasn't synchronized with other people though.
It was.
Oh, she did a synchronized ritual with other people.
Well, it was a mass. It was a mass ritual for this super full moon.
Okay, but I'm saying people are doing it at different times, which is effective too. But what I'm saying is doing it all at the same time. Synchronize it. If one person do it, if one
This
person
part
do it,
right here.
okay. Well, if one person do it, and we say we're gonna do it all of this week, right? It's effective. That's effective energy too. But imagine we
But
all
this
say
was for the.
and strategically say we're gonna synchronize our watches and do it all at the same time.
Well, when would be the best time to do a ritual? 11/11.
The God hour.
11/11 represents four pillars. Well, four pillars or two
Right,
pillars.
the gateway.
Yeah, the gateway, leaving one reality and going into another reality.
But you know what represents that too is the that's the main one, but it was another one that I can't think of right now that represents the gateway.
Well, since you brought that up, then what we need to do is organize a mass ritual every new moon at 11/11. Everyone do
Okay,
a.
we can organize that. I mean, really, all we would have to do is get is announce it on here, and then do a little bit of footwork and get people that we know who are in the science. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a couple of people who are in the
Mm-hmm.
science, not that many. Like a couple of people. Then I can call some people who are into the science and shit that we can actually get to synchronize with us and shit on that.
See, on the new moon, we plant the seed, and on the full moon, the seed it grows, it manifests, and then after the new moon, we do rituals to negate shit that we want negated.
I think that's the solution, bro. Because a lot of times when we just doing all these individual rituals and stuff, it really doesn't have an effect. It has effective in your personal life, but it doesn't
but it's
affect
sporadic.
it doesn't affect the collective interest or what's the collective situation.
Yeah, it's like firing our weapons sporadically in the air and not really hitting a target.
Right. It may, like
It's
I said,
good.
it may affect your personal life, but it's not broader enough to aiming it. We're aiming, and when that's another thing you saying aiming it and not hitting that. We're not even aiming. We're not even because to even look at a ritual as something similar to a weapon, right? That's a new concept in itself,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even though I got
Even the
it so
initial
that you
for
said weapon.
dimensional.
So what if you can broaden that because it goes out like this, right? Meaning over every angle it's omnipresent in every angle, meaning it's going out like this, right? But a lot of people they
Mm-hmm.
really not they're not so active in the rituals so that they can cultivate that energy. Cultivating energy is very important, y'all. Y'all have to cultivate your energy. And the way you cultivate your energy, qigong. Do qigong, you can cultivate your energy. Qigong, right? That's this
Yeah.
stuff when you put it in the energy, you know what I'm saying? You're balancing out the energy. This is qigong, okay? You know what I'm saying? You're not only balancing out the energy within you, but you're bringing more in and you're dispensing all the negative energy out at the same time.
Shit, what you can do is you use your heart chakra. You collapse all your chakras into your heart chakra, and you use that energy to start pulling in energy from out of nothing.
You broke up. You broke up. You broke up.
And then as this energy that you're pulling in from the cosmos, I'm,
Right.
I'm breaking up.
Yeah, you was breaking up for a minute. I heard something. You said
Well, this energy
collapse
that you're,
all that energy into your heart chakra.
yeah, you collapse your lower chakra and your higher chakras, your upper three and lower three, you collapse them into the heart, and it become one big giant um, black hole or one big giant portal.
That's
But
qigong,
it
bro.
can pull in, huh? Yeah, that's Qigong. Yeah,
That's qigong
it
too.
can pull in. Yes, there's so many different forms of Qigong. You just have you just use your imagination.
Right. I'm just saying, like, because in qigong, you supposed to visualize a center of energy that you're forming. You're forming a center of
Mm-hmm.
energy,
Mm-hmm.
a centralized energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be like a ball. Dragon Ball Z depicted it very well when they talked about the spirit bomb.
Mm-hmm.
The spirit bomb is what we're suggesting when we say do a mass ritual. That's a spirit bomb.
Okay. Ooh. mm. And how well we do it determines how powerful it is.
Right. Well, how many people are engaged in it can determine how
And
powerful.
and how powerful it becomes, and then they will respond to it.
Mm-hmm,
They
mm-hmm.
will have no choice
Like
but
like I said, we don't need like I'm not under the impression that we need a massive amount of people. I'm
no,
saying
we only need 10, 12, 20, 30, 40, and then it can
right,
grow from there.
right.
Yeah.
For my what I'm saying is it has to grow organically from people who are genuinely into the science. Because if you're
Mm-hmm.
not genuine when you're doing these rituals, it backfires on you.
Mm. You got to
You
be
have to be
people,
genuine.
yes,
You have to
that's
be honest with
genuine
yourself.
and want to bring change.
Huh?
Yeah, your heart got to be pure. You got to have a pure heart. Your heart got to be light as a feather.
That's what you were talking about how people bringing that energy up, but it's still not purified yet. You're bringing it up from the heart chakra, but it's not purified. You
Yeah.
got to purify that
And then when
energy
it
by
reaches,
having the right intentions.
yeah. And then when it reaches the pineal gland, which is Doth, the abyss, then you're going to get consumed by the demon Abaddon. And when he is going to consume you with fire. And so if you go up there with this bullshit, either it's going to be consumed and you're going to be left with nothing. And like I said, you go back into the nothingness, or it's going to, or your shit is going to be reflected back and amplified a thousandfold. In other words, your stupidityness is going to be it's going to get amplified to the 1900th power.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it becomes super. You become super stupidity.
Right, right.
Yeah, supernal. You become a supernal idiot.
Wow.
You bring it all your lower self up here to your super self, and you haven't cultivated your super self. Your super self is just going to be rejected. You're going to end up
They're not going
walking
to
around.
recognize the energy. The energy is not conducive to a new vibration. So, like you said,
And
it dispenses. Once it's like antimatter.
yeah, you're trying to bring matter into antimatter.
Right.
What's going to happen when that matter touches that antimatter?
Right.
Total destruction.
It cancels itself out.
Yeah. Yeah, you better bring your antimatter self up to the antimatter.
Yeah. And
And yeah.
this is all speaking about your vibration, where you vibrating at. And you control your vibration, and you monitor your vibration through your breath.
Okay.
That
And on a spiritual level in here, you have to go back to your primordial beginning spiritually.
right.
Before
I mean, that's
before humanity. You got to go
all.
back. Yeah, you got to visualize your soul before humanity, before it fell into humanity.
Right. You're right about that.
Yeah. And
That's a
you can
that's a
take
mental,
on,
that's a mental alchemy ritual that you need to do regularly.
yeah, and you can build a new body,
Because you
an
can get like
antimatter body.
what I notice about this reality that we're in, you can get emotionally attached to it so easily. That's what they talked
Yeah.
about when they talk about the temptations of this world. That's what they talking
Well,
about. They talk about being emotionally attached to it, like we just explained, and then you get to the point where you're complacent with it. You think it's real now, and now you're engaged in it. So now to the point, it gets to the point where now you're talking about the baseball game and what happened on the news and some mundane ass Cardinal crap.
yeah, you get caught up in the mundane shit. Stop. Yeah, like all the gnosis, the real heavy inner thinking shit
Right.
goes out the window, and now it's all physical mundane shit.
But
Politics,
when you
sports.
the thing about it is you better make your decision on whether you're going to get with this knowledge, this Gnosticism, or you're gonna delve into your Gnosticism. Because if you delve in it and then decide later on, oh, this is too much for me, it's going to haunt your ass for the rest of your damn life.
Yeah, only thing this knowledge is there for is to help you wake up and realize that there is an okay, this meat suit we're wearing is just we're down here in a meat suit,
Yeah,
and it's a vehicle for some higher intelligence can dwell in, so it can
manipulate.
experience itself in the physical world,
Right.
and
The thing
and
about it
as it
is,
becomes,
I think you're right. You are exactly right. I'm gonna add on to what you're saying is that intelligence that is trying to experience itself through us is actually us trying to experience ourselves through ourselves. If that even makes
hmm
sense.
yeah, and then we have the options of being and becoming a godlike being in this experience,
I think
while
I
in
think
this,
I think I think we are already godlike beings, but we forget.
but having the experience, but experiencing it.
Right. That's because we not going to experience it because we forgot that's what we are. Soon as we remember and these things come back online based on genetic memory is very key in gaining that knowledge back. That genetic memory turn back on certain genetic what they call junk DNA, turns it back online.
I call it higher DNA. But our job is to turn this shit on and bring our lives into the proper order and law that we expect for our life to be in. And then from there, we can start coming together. We have to build a each one of us have to build our own solid foundation to stand, a solid foundation to stand on. And so then, as we all come together and we're all on a solid, sound foundation together, then we can be very, very effective.
Right.
Yeah.
Me, I can't give reverence to order without giving reverence to chaos. I have to give reverence
Well,
to order and chaos at the same time, simultaneously. I don't give reverence to one and don't give reverence to the other. That's why I came up with order, peace. If you're gonna say peace to me, say chaos to me.
hmm
Don't just say peace to
well,
me. Don't just say peace,
yeah,
say
some
chaos
people
too.
just peace and chaos, chaos and peace.
Yeah.
Well, or you can better say chaos and cosmos, cosmos and chaos.
It's the same thing. The peace is supposed to be the peaceful aspect of the universe is supposed to be of the cosmos,
Yeah, which is order.
right? So that's what I'm saying. I just hated that shit irked me when people peace. It's peace. No, it's chaos too.
Yeah, exactly. And then when they when the chaos is introduced, oh, that's Satan. That's the devil.
Exactly.
I rebuke you, Satan.
Exactly.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Right. Hey, but that's they was campaigning on that for years during the Heritage Wars. If you the Heretic Wars,
The heretic. Okay.
the Heretic Wars, where they was killing people because they was going into Gnostic understanding
hmm
of things, and they would kill them because they didn't want the
Oh,
church.
well, the Inquisition.
Basically, the church felt threatened by that
Yeah, it
because the
still
church,
is.
yes, of course, because the church is meant to control the masses spiritually. They're taking these spirits down a certain paths so they can be harvested.
hmm
They're taking these
Yeah,
souls down a certain path so they can be harvested
yeah,
by the dollar broth that they're worshiping.
yeah. hmm He needs your energy, like Uncle Sam needs you. Uncle
Ah,
Sam needs you. That is y'all the boy.
right, that's a version of it. No, that's a
That's
version of
a
y'all the
version
broth.
of y'all the boy.
Yeah, that's a
I
version of blah
need
blah blah.
your
We
energy.
yeah, man. People don't understand this science, man. Right? That's it is a
Yeah.
version of y'all broth, dollar broth, or the dollar broth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I gotta get out of
hmm
here, man. Get your last words in. Let's go.
Well, my last words, yeah, this uh, um, putting together a ritual, a new moon ritual, mass new moon ritual. Yeah, shit, that I think, yeah, that would get some results.
Mm-hmm.
And the beauty of it, we'll see the results by the full moon.
Oh, I'm with it. I'm with it. Even if it's just us two, shit.
Yeah, yes, because I've been using it, man. This shit works. It works. As I'm going from the new moon to the full moon,
Right.
shit starts to grow, and it, bam, it just explodes by the full moon. And then from the full moon back down to the new moon, that's where you negate. That's where you get rid of the negative shit. That's where you rebuke Satan.
Right. 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 Right.
or
Right. Right.
or that's where, yeah, that's where, well, in this case, y'all the
Right. Right. Right.
because the archonic energies, they're going to pick up on that, and they're going to be trying to disrupt that, but at the same token, they're going to be getting blocked too, because I
Right.
see the energy just blocking the fuck out their ass, and they mad,
Mm. Right.
and they can work through other people around us, but this energy right now that's down here in us is greater than the archonic energy. So by doing this mass ritual, the more people that participate with a pure heart and open mind, the results will be devastating. We can bring change not only in our lives, but we can change the whole cosmos.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with it. And my last words are: you already doing magic. Just learn to do it in the interest of the greater will of the divine sparks. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
getting in the interest of getting the divine sparks from being harvested by these other entities. You know what I'm saying? We need to work
Hmm.
on that because I think that will collapse the matrix itself because
Yes,
it will
yes.
that will collapse the matrix and
Hmm.
we gotta be speak looking at ourselves from our superior self and not our inferior self.
That's exactly.
Gotta look at
See,
ourselves. I'm not saying that you don't fall into understanding looking at yourself from inferior. That's what you do all the time though. Now start looking at yourself from spirit. I'm balanced. I'm about balance. I'm all
hmm
about balance, bro. You feel me? And I see more people look at themselves from an inferior position all the time. So balance it out
or
with looking at yourself from a superior position now.
well, no, no, no. A lot of people are looking at themselves in a superior position, but through their egos,
That's
but
not what I
through.
mean though. That don't count. What I'm talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
I'm not
All
talking about
right.
what people have egotistically convinced themselves about themselves. They're what they call a persona. What they call that the fucking delusions of grandeur that people have. That's part of the dysfunction of the lack of cultivating of the energy right there. That you got delusions of grandeur. I talked about that too.
Uh-huh.
Everybody is putting up a persona, right? And they don't recognize that persona that you're putting up is you're engaging in the matrix. You're agreeing with the matrix. Be real. Be who
Hmm.
you actually are.
You
Be who you
perpetuating it.
be who you actually are. Stop putting up a persona where I don't get to know you until years later. I got to know your ass for about a year at least before I actually get to know your ass.
You're like like a goddamn artichoke. You gotta peel off these goddamn layers and shit.
Right.
Where's the real person?
Right.
There's layers and layers of fakeness.
Facade. Layers and
Yeah,
layers of facade.
hmm. Yeah. Yeah, layers and layers of masquerades, a mask. But
Right.
yeah, these people loving the mask, man. I see a lot of people out there just, man, that mask is their fucking Lord Jesus Christ and
But
Savior.
this is why social media is toxic as fuck as it pertains to that egotistical way that people operate.
Yeah, if you. So what goes with the ego? Fear.
I
A
think
lot
the
of people
ego is
operating
nothing.
in
I think
fear.
the ego is nothing but fear because it's like it's trying to protect its humanity all the time. It's trying to protect humanity
Hmm.
all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. The defender of humanity.
The defender of humanity.
The ego.
Right. That seemed like a skit.
Yeah.
That's like a skit right there. The defender of humanity. Your ego.
Ego.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
Shit
because
telling.
they actually do associate that with your instinct, your survival instincts. It's all your ego.
Hmm.
You feel me? It's all your ego.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what most people are vibrating with.
Oh well.
This is why I said it's a good thing because now people true colors are going to be shown. They're not going to be able to afford they can't afford to put up a persona now because they got to deal with the harshness of this reality that's coming.
Yeah. The harshness is coming out into, yeah, they can't be fake. Yeah. But some people will do it anyway. They
Well, they
will.
ain't them the one that's
I'm gonna
not
be
going that's
positive.
not them the one that's going to get lost in lost on the sauce.
Yeah.
They're going to get lost in the sauce.
And the more they try to think positive, the more crazier the shit gets. and it destroys their ability to think positive. They-
Right.
And then they don't know how to think. They won't know how to think because there's
Or like I
nothing.
said, if you're thinking positive, negative accompanies it.
Yeah, you got to
So
think. You got to be the point in the middle. Got to be the point in the middle,
right.
where you balance both negative and positive. You're using the yin and the yang
I
to
mean,
get
they
it.
do it all the time, and they do it all the time in science, bro. The
Yeah,
fuck, man. Look at your car, man. They using a positive charge, negative
yeah,
charge. Stop it.
yeah. Yin and
So with
yang.
that,
Yes, I
with that,
mean
we gotta
that's how.
cut it short, man. Gotta cut it
Okay.
short. I gotta go.
All right. Well, it's been fun tonight.
Yeah, man, we went in. Y'all need to go back to what we were saying in this last show when we went in on some real shit.
Yeah, we did.
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start. What I'm gonna start doing is start doing clips. Right, take different clips of what we
Hmm.
do and then pushing that to advertise. I mean, to promote the show.
Okay.
We be saying some groundbreaking
All
shit.
right.
I'm just gonna clip it sometimes, and use it promotion.
Mm. Okay. All right. Well. Okay. So we'll be back again next week, hopefully.
Right.
Yeah.
More empowerment, y'all. More empowerment. Order, chaos, order.
Absolutely. Hmm. Cosmos.